Hi, welcome or welcome back to another video nobody asked for. I'm Sarah and today I'm going to be doing a part 2 of my stories I couldn't tell until I graduated video. Last time I told high school stories and this time I'm going to tell college stories, which are going to be so much more juicy. Come here. You're in for a real treat today. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get right into the video. Don't want to waste any time. So for all these stories, because there may or may not have been illegal activity that happened, and I'm gonna be very vague about certain details. So the first story happened one ambiguous year during my college career. So I was getting ready for bed, right? And I heard a knock on my apartment door. So I go to the door and open it, and I see that nobody's in the hallway. And then I turn around to the living room and girl, what I saw, just pray for me at this time. Just before I tell you, just say a little prayer. I didn't deserve to see this. Not that I saw much, but still I didn't deserve to see this. So I saw one of my sweet mates and her man just butt naked. And I'm just like, what the heck? Why? You have a whole entire bedroom you could have gone into to do whatever it is y'all are doing right now. I don't want to know. I just didn't understand. So I turned around really quickly. I tried to process what I just saw and I go about my business. That was nice and short and sweet. The next story also takes place during an ambiguous year of my college career. And this story has to do with a little thing that I like to call Satan's sippy juice, if you catch my drift. At both the colleges I attended, it was a dry campus, so it didn't matter how old you were, you wasn't allowed to bring the cohol onto campus. So, some people, despite knowing this information, still decided to bring the cohol. What makes this even better is that they decided to bring the cohol during a show. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, I was a theater major, so I did like a bunch of shows during my college career. Somebody decided it was okay to bring the cohol into the dressing room. Now, for anyone who's involved in theater, you know that actors are not, under any circumstance, supposed to bring any sort of paraphernalia of that kind. You're not supposed to be under the influence of anything. The cohol, Satan's cilantro, none of that. But so a tech person decided to drink some and got a little hyper on the sippy juice. Because of that, stage management caught wind of the illegal paraphernalia that was brought, and they rounded us all up and said, I don't understand why somebody would do that, but you better get rid of it real fast and y'all better not talk about this at all. My bad. Y'all better not say one word to anybody. So stay within this room, okay? Because if the adults catch wind of this, then there's going to be a huge investigation. They'll have to get campus security involved because, like I said before, it's a dry campus. That was crazy. I'm like, y'all are different over here. And you know what's the best part? That's not even the only time somebody's brought Satan's sippy juice into that department. One time, during the same production, somebody was just casually sipping a clear sippy juice during rehearsal. I'm like, are you good? You know they have counseling on this campus, right? Maybe you should see somebody. Because this day drinking thing, that's not a look. It's not a look. Also, during a production that happened afterwards, someone else brought cohol to the dressing room during a show. So much professionalism, just so much I worked with so many professional people. So the next story has to do with another illegal paraphernalia thing that I like to call Satan's cilantro. Like I said before, dry campus, Satan's cilantro, not allowed. But people, so many people, God bless them, they found their way around that rule. They covered fire detectors, which you weren't supposed to do. It's a fire hazard to cover a smoke detector. I witnessed people cover smoke detectors. You could actually, I don't know if you could get fined or arrested for that, but I knew you could get in big trouble for doing that. They were actively attempted to cover a smoke detector so they could puff on that good old Satan's cilantro in their room. I also saw someone use a fan to blow, I guess, the smoke out and kept their window open. So I guess the ventilation, I don't know anything about that stuff. I'm a child of God. And this person had asthma. Idiot! I don't understand why a person with asthma would smoke in the first place. Like, you know, I understand some people use it for anxiety and stuff, but like, there are other things you can take. But, you know, that's none of my business. It's none of my business. So the last, but certainly not least story happened again during an ambiguous year of my college career. And this actually has to do with a professor. This professor directed a show I was in. And during one of our shows, this professor may or may not have been under the influence of something. I don't know. There was a rumor. I can't say that whether or not it was true. This professor may or may not also be senile. I mean, they're not that old, so I kind of doubt the senile thing was true. They may or may not have been under the influence of something during one of our shows. They went into one scene. They're like, hey, can I be in this scene with you guys? And they were like, oh my gosh, yeah. And I'm so mad it wasn't a scene. I mean, I'm so mad. That would have been so much fun. It was unfair, to say the least. That would have been such great bonding time for us, because I don't bond with anybody. I didn't bond with anybody if that's Anywho, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed my short stories. If you didn't hate this video, you can like, subscribe, share with your friends, follow me on all my socials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Understand? Do you not understand? S to the A to the R to the A. Yeah, my name's Sarah and my last name's Slay. When I come over, yeah, he begging me to stay.